Thank you so much. Can you hear me now, Vesper? Or do I still not have no audio? Put ones in the chat if you can hear me. Okay. So let's get ready for the next part of our show. This video is protected by Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Code, which is made for fair use for purposes of criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Okay. Please hit the like button. Please tell your friends to come on in. Okay, so we're going to start with the tech. Like I said, this is the Texas tea tonight. And so we're actually going to start with what's going on in Austin, but also its connection to Washington, D.C. Okay, this is U.S. Attorney General Dan Merrick. I'm sorry, Garrick Marlin. I don't know why I'm calling the man by the wrong name. Garrick. Am I saying? No. I'm sorry. I'm discombobulated, y'all. Merrick Garland. Hold on, Mar. Okay. And U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland has announced this past week that he is suing the state of Texas because this man right here, Texas Governor Greg Abbott, signed a very repressive voting rights bill. Okay. And he signed into bill. He says the U.S. Justice Department announced today that it has filed a lawsuit against the state of Texas and the Texas Secretary of State over certain restrictive voting procedures imposed by Texas Senate Bill 1, which was signed into law in September 2021. The United States complaint challenges provisions of Senate Bill 1 under Section 208 of the Voting Rights Act and Section 101 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Okay, and its main complaint is that the bill violates those sections by improperly restricting what assists in the polling booth voters who have a disability or who are unable to read or write. Okay. It also harms those voters by barring their assisters from providing necessary help, including answering basic questions. It also says the bill violates Section 101 by requiring rejection of mail ballots and mail ballot request forms because of certain paperwork errors or omissions that are not material to establishing a voter's eligibility to cast a vote. So basically, voters, for like I said, who have either, let's say, for example, dyslexia, or maybe they're illiterate, or someone who doesn't have their glasses, or someone who needs a translator, cannot get assistance at the voter registration booth if they're just asking basic questions. And then remember in the last election, a lot of the what pushed President Biden over the edge was the fact that there were so many mail-in ballots that were the last ones to be counted. Okay. Hey, Slinky Carried Away, Sparkle, Keisha Frazier, Vesper, hey, Photon DNA. All right. So the DOJ is taking it seriously. I know the Democrats left the state over the summer. There was like 2 or 3 special sessions because they were trying to make sure that Sparkle, he ain't my favorite governor. I'm ready for him to go. I'm like, Matthew McConaughey, you need to announce your election, your bid for governor. I need to sign you. I need you to sign up. I need you to do whatever you need to do. Okay, why are my friends wanting to? They know I come on Tuesdays. Okay. All right. So basically, like I said, they're suing. I'm glad they're suing my state. They need to be. Photon DNA. I'm actually not sweating. And if you're coming to troll me, please don't do that over here. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna put this link in the chat. Also, they're also suing my state over the whatchamacallit bill, the new abortion restrictive bill. So like a lot of bills this Republican governor has been, putting into signing over the last several months. And so they've been doing everything that they can do to actually stop him. And so now it's the court's turn. Matthew McConaughey shaded me one time. Sometimes I get carried away. I'm sorry he shaded you, but I need him to beat Governor Greg Abbott. This man is horrible. There are states, there are counties and school districts suing him because he doesn't want to allow a mask mandate that would help kids not get COVID. Then he's trying to tell businesses they cannot have people wear masks at work, mandatory. So, if I ever get to talk to him, I'll ask him about that and be like, "Hey, why you shading my friend when you talk?" Okay. All right. Here you go. Hey, Trisha Chanel. Look at Carrie Ann said, I guess that's more important. My county and city has the highest COVID rates in the state. We're doing everything we can to lower them, and he is in the way. Literally in the way. Okay. The other thing that the DOJ is also suing Texas over is the new abortion bill. The new abortion bill basically says that a woman cannot get an abortion if she's 6 weeks or over. Now, those of you who are who've had children, did y'all know at 6 weeks already that y'all was pregnant? Or did y'all know after it? And I thought the Supreme Court in Roe versus Wade said 12 weeks, which is 3 months. There are also places that give late term abortions. But I'm just like y'all all in everybody business. Like, initially you and your doctor and your partner or your husband, Hey, Sandy Girl. Hey, Trisha Chanel. Who else is in here? Thank y'all. Come on in. Come on in the room. Okay. So I'm gonna put this DOJ Sues text. So my state is either it's for some reason I think my governor and the governor of Florida, I think they talk every day. And they think of stuff to make people life difficult. Heartbeat is at 10 weeks. Okay. Women, okay. Women don't usually till their cycle is 2 weeks late, meaning 6 weeks. Heartbeat is at 10 weeks. Okay. Girl, I knew immediately I couldn't drink my happy juice, and I was like, he got me. Also, LULAC, also right now, because of the last census, the Texas population actually has increased. And so they're actually we're actually going to gain like 4 seats. But this is the thing. The congressional districts are not drawn by the representatives that are in the US House. They are drawn by the Texas House and Senate. And right now, in this state, they got a majority. And the map they came up with, they not only took seats away from African Americans, they took representation away from Mexican Americans. And guess who was the first ones to sue? LULAC. LULAC was like, oh, this is how you doing it? Okay. And they are suing the state of Texas over the redistricting plan because it took seats away from normally majority Hispanic or majority African American districts. And so, like, states like mine, yeah, very much gerrymandered. I mean, they're already gerrymandered to help minorities, but now they're gerrymandering to take away your representation. So it's like, dang. Like, yeah. Oh, Sandy Girl say they asked themselves when they would go, what would Trump do? Oh Lord. Okay. People who are against abortion should have to adopt a kid. Once they show me their van full of orphans, I'll listen to whatever they have to say. Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, if that's the case, and this is what I don't understand, like the state is telling me, like, oh, you can't make people wear a mask because it's affecting their constitutional rights, but you are at the same time telling a woman that she can't do something with her body. You know, I thought you're pro-life. You don't want an abortion to happen, but shouldn't the mask be like? Shouldn't that be like a pro-life thing too? But no, it's like, oh no, it's their bodies. They have a choice. Okay, so they got a choice to wear a mask, but then they don't have a choice. Well, they have a choice. They're not wearing masks, which may affect you getting COVID and that person dying. But you can't. The state can tell you what to do with your body when it comes to children. Hey, YM Troll goes 1,000 times. Hey, Knowledge TV. So I'm just like, which one is it? Why y'all picking and choosing like what you can do with your bodies? I'm just, yeah, it's just, it's not Okay. Unfortunately, Greg Abbott approved the redistricting plan, but now it's gonna go to court as well. Hold on. I really don't. Hey, Kelly G. I really don't understand why people can't use birth control if they don't want to get pregnant. But this is another thing too. Plan B, which is also part of birth control, they're saying that a pharmacist, if it's against their religion, they have the right not to give you Plan B, which means a woman has to go somewhere else. There are certain people in Christian religions and probably other religions too that thinks any form of birth control is wrong because, hey, the Bible says be fruitful and multiply. That's interfering with God's plan. So Depo, the pill, condoms, all that is against God's plan, and they shouldn't do it either. So, Nebiak, you can fight that the world's population instead of Texas. Facts. So, yeah. They're trying to overturn Roe versus Wade, but I'm just like, it's been in existence since 1972, and it was done by a much more conservative court, ironically. So I'm just. But you ever notice though that the Republicans who have mistresses who get pregnant, they always want to pay for the women to get an abortion? You always notice that? It's okay then for you to get it when it inconveniences them in that pro-family outlook. Hey, Sharon Bell. So, but yeah, I love my county, love my city, but my state, I'm midterm elections. Gotta get rid of some people. Gotta get rid of some people. All right, y'all. This is the thing. If you look at the Constitution and if you go back to what the founders intended, even though we know, like, hey, they were mostly white and slave owners, when they looked and made the document and approved it, the thing was the national government was always above states. States cannot nullify a federal law or a Supreme Court decision. They've tried to go around it, deter it, but yeah, they can amend its own decisions, and they think they can now because they do have a slight majority. The D pills are coming up. See, that's what I'm talking about right here. The D pills, the penis pills, or as Larry Reed says, the peen pills, some of them are covered. But are they making laws saying men can't get those? Yeah, make you kill a baby. They would make you keep a baby, but kill you in death row war. Yep. Hey, Nika B TV. Yeah, but the Supreme Court can amend one of their decisions, and also an amendment can be added to the Constitution. Okay. Yeah, they outlawed alcohol and took it back. Definitely, it's gonna get carried away. So now, let's go to. So we did Austin and Washington D.C.'s connection. Let's go to Katy, Texas. Okay. Now, I'm gonna put the links in here to the two lives, these two individuals. We've seen a lot of young Pharaoh, Black consciousness person, and the second mother of his children have been in a heated back and forth online. Her name is Golden Beauty. She is right now seems to be having a very good relationship with his first baby mother named Kemel. I actually follow both of them on YouTube. Yeah, actually, that's not illegal, and that's why the abortion bill is actually the Supreme Court is actually listening to arguments now. So I will be coming back with an update on this. Okay. So, so first we were talking about this man right here. You know him. He is young Pharaoh. He's had 3 YouTube channels. I think he's on his last one. He and his second mother of his children, Golden Beauty, moved to Katy, Texas, which is a suburb west of Houston. Okay. The reason why I know he lives in Katy, Texas is because he actually said his address on live television. And he even said Golden Beauty's address live, not on television, on YouTube. Okay. So what has happened this past week? Well, I'm just going to leave, I guess, what I'm going to tell you about. I don't follow him. I usually get secondhand news from someone else. Someone shows a video like, hey, this is what he said on YouTube, or hey, this is what he said on Instagram. A lot of times he's doing Instagram, kind of like Brother Polite. And so what the YouTube streets have been talking about, he made a video where basically he said the title was "Why I Hit My Baby Mama." Something to that effect. And yeah, he doxed himself on purpose and then doxed her. Yeah. No, he did. Yeah, he did. Okay. So I'm going to put 2. Where is my Texas tea? I have all these playlists that I keep different videos in. Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. I've also watched the live Q&A with. Okay. The first one I'm putting in here, if one of the mods can find this is Golden Beauty. Basically, she did a live. It was long. It was like over 3 hours, but I would say only watch the first hour and a half. Basically, her video was basically taking apart his video where basically she said he was lying on her. Okay. All right. Also, in the video that he did where he explains why he's hitting her, he says her real name. He says her and Camille's real name. So it's like he really doesn't care. Hey, Roxanne, you in the chat? Someone said, hey, where you at? Hey, Crystal Williams, Nappy Yankee. So this is the video where basically, who had it on? Who had the video? Okay, so basically this is what happens. Young Pharaoh makes a video, I think over the weekend, that basically says, this is why I hit my baby mom. But then he contradicts himself and literally says, I don't hit women. I don't hit girls. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Roxanne. Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. I'm sorry. Okay. So basically, he contradicts himself. You literally said, I don't hit women, I don't hit girls. But yeah, I did put my hands on Kemel, and because she put her hands on me, and yeah, I hit Golden Beauty. Then basically goes through an explanation of all the things that he has done for her: buy her groceries, got her house, got her car, gave her knowledge. She wanted to be a housewife. She could be a housewife. She really didn't want to do the blogging thing. I got her into doing the blogging thing. Then he goes on about how, she's jealous. She didn't even tell her family, like, she was into the poly lifestyle. Oh, she tried to talk to one of my friends. He's an MMA fighter. Like, why she makes it seem like I'm the bad guy out here. She's doing all this stuff to me behind the scenes. So from his point of view, it's like, oh, she's this horrible human being, and we should believe you. And the thing that I guess I had an issue is that I've been following her since, for a few months. The last, I think, video I saw where she actually talked. Can y'all hear me? Is it good? What is going on? Okay. Yeah, so that was his video was about. He was explaining why he hit her and why it was okay. And can you hear me now? Am I still messed up? Okay. Can, can can we Okay, can y'all hear me now? I took uh okay. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Please hit the sister's cash app because this looks like I'm gonna have to buy another microphone. Earphones work. Microphone is not. Okay, hit the sister's cash app because all the proceeds go into updating the equipment and everything. So help a sister out. Okay, so where was I? Okay, basically, I was saying is she gave this really long video. It's over 3 hours and 45 minutes. Like I said, only watch the first hour and a half. Only watch the first hour and a half. Because I think everyone has been showing KKC, Pastor Lee, and a few other YouTubers. Let's get into ENJ. They've been showing his video that someone was able to save before he deleted it. Okay, where he's basically justifying why he's okay to hit her. So it's really it's and this is her video. So this something's really wrong with him. I don't know. E had a very good point. She says that Golden Beauty needs to get back with her family because obviously, you know, young Pharaoh is unstable. The children need to be in a better environment. And how is her family or her brothers or her sisters or anything like that not able to come and help her? But when I looked at Golden Beauty's video, she explained that, which I think also happens a lot of times in abusive relationships, she was telling her family not to come put hands on him. You know. But now in his video, he's saying he's willing to square up with her father and her uncles and her brother. And it's like, you also got to realize, is that going to make the situation better or worse if they all get into a fight? One thing she did say to young Pharaoh, she told him like, hey, I think I want to move to Dallas. She has an uncle and some family members in Dallas. And she said, I think the rent is also going to be cheaper there too. She said she's paying $2,500 a month for rent. Now, remind you, they are in Katy. That is a suburb. So, of course, it's going to be higher than other places in Houston. Okay. And so I don't know how much more. I think she's going to get more familiar support in Dallas. So I definitely would think it would be a good idea for her to go to Dallas. I think she's wanting, because one, she just graduated from the massage school. She probably has some contacts. She probably has some friends here. She probably has some new clients. The kid, she is thinking about him being a good, you know, father to their children. Plus, he still has more money than her. And I think that may be a consideration. But I also think that she needs to get a restraining order if he is violent and hitting you. Also, you need to get supervised visitation so that there's a certain place you meet to drop off your children. Because I'm also concerned about that as well. Now, I don't know her personal, all her business, even though it seems like we see a lot of her business, but it does cost money to get a lawyer and to get someone to file the correct paperwork to go downtown to do this. So I just, pray that, I put, positive comments under her videos, trying to encourage her. If there's anyone out there that could help her with those things that can help her, please do. I notice I see a lot of people like, oh, there's two sides to every story. The kids need their father. And I'm just like, did you not hear the girl say he hits her? Like, why y'all keep saying that? The kids need a good father. And if she got a father of her own and some uncles, there are other father figures they can have. So, and to me, I kind of feel like he needs like this is my opinion. From his behavior, he looks like he possibly is either he's bipolar or he's manic depressive. And we have been seeing manic states of him on these videos. And he needs to go check himself in somewhere. And I know Katy got them, some hospital where he can get a psychologist and a psychiatrist and help him get stabilized. Because how is it all these women's fault that you put their hands on them? So I just, and I think he's using his platform. He's using whatever money he has to manipulate the situation. He is doing what a narcissist does. They do a smear campaign. They come online, or they come among a group of people, and they make it seem like they did all of these great things for this person, and this person is unappreciative. And they made me hurt them. Come on now. We all know better. Steven, please don't kid like that. Please. Not with this. Yeah, no. Okay. Hey, J Dot. Hey. Y'all need to check out Let's Get Into It with E and J. They had a really great live Sunday where they went over young Pharaoh, his video where he talks about why he's hitting something. Oh, thank you, Photon DNA. I appreciate that. And hey, Ivy Comer Freeland. Thank you, everyone who came in. Please hit the like button. There's 24 in the chat. I should have 24 likes. Okay, if you haven't already, please think about becoming a member of the channel. Those who become a member of the channel also get access to my other videos and my Buy Me a Coffee as well. All right. And if you can please hit the Sisters Cash App so I can update my equipment, because only my microphone is messed up now. So, which my friend told me, hey, Vichy, I would have to update equipment soon. So, but thank you so much for everybody being in the chat and coming over. Also, check out Photon DNA, Steven, Speaking True, Roxanne, YM Social Media, Mrs. VS NCO9, Nappy Yankee. These are my other subscribers who are also content creators. Also check out my friend Daryl Moore. He is coming on Wednesday at, is it 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Roxanne? Right? Hey, Trish Chanel. Oh, also check out my friends, the McCray Kings, especially Joseph Rance. Okay. I think maybe one night I should do like a building video, like everyone connect each other with everybody. Oh, thank you, Vesper. Please check out Black Enigma. He does a lot of things with Black history. He has posted some really good Malcolm X videos. So y'all definitely need to go over there. And also, Roxanne, if you Roxanne, you put your Roxanne is having a very good interview with First Lady Abigail Cousins. Roxanne has interviewed her before about her biography, telling her, growing up in an abused household, and now she has is another book, right, Roxanne? And she's gonna interview her again. This Saturday, or was it last Saturday? Hey, Ava Collier, so good to see you. Please hit the like button. So, last but certainly not least, coming back here, we're from Austin, Washington, D.C., Katy, Texas, now back to Houston. And to be honest with you, this next thing that I want to talk about, part of me did not want to talk about this. Okay. I did not want to talk about this because this incident happened not far from my home. I had students who attended this event. I was really sad and under anxiety because I felt like, what if I go to school on Monday and they are not in class because they're one of those 8 people who died. Okay. So over the weekend, there was called the Astroworld Festival. This is the 3rd year it has happened. I think last year it didn't happen. Travis Scott, his picture, is from the Houston area. I think he grew up in Missouri City, but his grandmother actually lived in Sunnyside, where I'm from. Okay. And in Houston, there was a really great theme park called Astroworld. Six Flags over Houston. It was called Astroworld. Astroworld was basically shut down. There's still the Astrodome, and there was the Astro Arena. Now it's been renamed NRG Center, NRG Arena, and then there's the NRG Stadium, which is now bigger than the Astrodome, which is still there. So he decided he wants to have this festival starting like 3 or 4 years ago called Astroworld. This is Travis Scott. And this year, Friday, it was supposed to be a 2-day festival. Friday, November the 5th, and Saturday, November the 6th. The second day was canceled because of what happened Friday night. Okay. So Friday night, there's still some different accounts about how many people were there. Some people said 50,000. I've heard 10,000. I've heard 80,000 were attending this Astroworld Festival. There were hundreds of people who showed up hours early to get into the event. There is video of people going through the metal detectors, going around the metal detectors. There was what was called a crowd surge, and people were smushed together, trampled over 300 people. There were people who were passing out. And remember, we're still in the pandemic. Some people wear masks, some people not wearing masks. Okay? And And not only 300 people were injured, attended to by EMT or by other, bystanders trying to help them, but unfortunately, 8 people. I want to say 16 people went to the hospital, or 25 people in the hospital, and 8 of them died. And if you look at the ages right here, the oldest is 27 and the youngest is 14. So when I first started hearing these ages, I was like, these are my students' age. And I teach high school students and I teach college. And some of them had already said that they were going to be attending this festival on Friday. And I was just, when I heard the news, I got frightened. I got anxiety. And I was like, how do I call them? How do I contact them to make sure they're okay? Only thing I could think about was, praying, thinking of good thoughts, listening for someone's name, praying that I see them in class on Monday. It's block schedule, praying that I see them today. I was asking them, were they okay? Because some of them did go. And then some of them telling me like, yes, I was there. I was not in the front. I didn't get injured, but it was packed and people was pushing and moving. And they did see people get stepped on. They did see one of the videos I'm going to put in here where 2 people got up near the camera guy telling him, hey, somebody's dead over there. And he's just kind of like waving them off, still doing his job. And also there was the chief of police comes on and he says one of the guards got stuck in the neck with a needle. So not only are you having people who are being trampled because there's so many people, or people who are just pushing others down, you got somebody out there sticking needles in people. And they're getting sick because of it. And I'm just like, okay. And I didn't want to blame thanks, BYM. But sorry, I didn't want to like, okay, they're gonna blame Travis Scott. And I'm thinking like, okay, he hosted the festival, he's on stage. Did his people not tell him what was going on? Then I started thinking about, was there enough people? You got what? Tens of thousands of people out there? How much security did you have? Then I'm hearing other reports. There's so many videos. There's videos on Instagram. Hashtag Astroworld. Go on Instagram. It's a lot. But for me, I have major depressive disorder. It's only so much I can take. Then it's a new video. I'm going to put this video in the chat. All right. And you can see it for yourself. So this is hours before the event. Okay, this is hours before the event. Wait, only 300? You got tens of thousands of people out there? Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Wow. Okay. Okay. So that's hours before the event. And then here is the chief of police saying they have to investigate now because someone got stuck with a needle. Okay. All right. That's the one where it said someone got stuck with a needle. Yeah, 300 near scene, 25 taken to the hospital, 8 died. Then here's a video where there's fans literally trying to stop, be good Samaritan, being good Samaritans. Keisha Frazier, that's a really good thing as well, because Michael Jackson always had stadiums full of people, but he had hella security. There were places to actually help people. Someone said that Adele had a concert a few years ago and someone fainted out in her concert. She stopped the whole concert when she was singing and told somebody to go help the lady. And people were like, how come Travis Scott couldn't do that? Could he not see? But is he caught up in the moment? Was there not something that he can hear or someone could get his attention who worked there? Did they not hire the correct people? Now, I'm going to play Travis Scott's. Now, the mayor came on and said they are working with Travis Scott, Drake, Live Nation, the police. Hey, LH2K presents to see what happened and how come this can't happen again. Because he's like, this hasn't happened in 40 years. I lived in Houston my whole life. We've had the rodeo. We've had the Super Bowl. We've had all kind of NCAA events, soccer events, concerts, basketball, church conferences. Nobody died at those events. But also they were organized a whole lot better. Okay. So I want you to hear, this is Travis Scott. Basically, I guess it's saying how he's feeling about what has happened. Okay. Hold on. This is it. Hold on.
I'm honestly just devastated. I could just never imagine it.
Okay, so this is Travis Scott saying how he feels about what happened. I understand that, Stephen, but this is the thing. You're the headliner and one of the organizers. Shouldn't you make sure everybody else is doing their job? Shouldn't you be hiring someone else who can do their job? Because right now, this is all about negligence. And see, this is what I think is the problem. And then at one point, they said he was telling people to skip or go past to sneak in. Why would you say that? Okay, so this is Travis Scott. Y'all listen to him.
The situation. I'm honestly just devastated.
Rap star Travis Scott joining the city of Houston in mourning today, while an official search for answers gets underway.
It is important for us to ascertain from last night what took place, what happened, where missteps may have occurred.
As Scott took the stage to headline his Astroworld Festival Friday, many of his fans were being crushed in a sea of pain.
Pushing. We just watched the bodies just go past us unconscious.
With reports of people being trampled, unable to move
Can y'all hear?
and breathe, some unconscious and falling to the ground, EMS crossing dense crowds to reach them. 8 people died in the incident, all under 30. The youngest victim just 14 years old.
We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time.
Police are also looking into reports of a security guard who was stuck in the neck with a needle, falling unconscious and having to be revived by rescue crews.
Could it have been that somebody was given some drugs and they passed out and then they were trampled? Or did they pass out because they were trampled?
Police say they've improved security measures at the event over the years, adding more officers on the ground. But ICU nurse Madeline Eskin says the show was too crowded and people were trapped in the crush.
If you fell over, it would have been a death sentence.
Eskin says she fainted in the crowd, but her boyfriend lifted her over a fence to medics.
If he would not have gotten me out of there, I don't think I would have made it.
Now, investigators are still trying to identify one of those 8 victims, and in a rare move are asking for the public's help to try and identify him. Additionally, investigators say they're reviewing all of the surveillance footage from inside this event to see if they can find out what set the crowd off. Hallie?
Katy back live for us there in Houston. Katy, thank you.
Okay, that was from the Today Show. And this is a... let me put this in the chat. So I think he is feeling regret. He is cooperating with the authorities, with everyone. But like you all said, with the authorities, with everyone, he is there to perform. But you're one of the organizers. You're the headliner. Who is on your team making this stuff in the back that you don't have to worry about, but still doing their job? This wasn't like a stop on your tour. You came back to your hometown, okay, to organize this, and then you told people to sneak in? Travis. By the way, his real name ain't Travis. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to have to be tested for everything, Keisha. Tested for everything. And here is this is actually a security guard. I'm gonna put this in the chat too. But I want to try to listen to this because I've been trying to with so many videos I've been getting about this because I'm just trying to get it from all angles. This is from TMZ.
I was hired by CSC to work the
Okay. Okay. Okay, but are you not understanding YM? He is from here. He created the festival. He not only has top billing, he's actually helping to organize this thing. Yeah, I understand the same thing with Alec Baldwin. Someone handed him a gun that had real bullets in it. Okay, that's a whole nother story. Okay, so this is an Astroworld security guard that felt unprepared training day before the festival. Okay, so listen to this.
My name is Darius. I was hired by CSC to work the Astroworld Festival. I was hired a few days prior to the festival to work event stuff. It was pretty vague exactly what the roles would be. The day before Astroworld, I completed the orientation and training for the process. And when I arrived on Friday morning around 7 a.m., they were still pretty vague, didn't really tell us what we would be doing. They just issued us our uniform, our jackets. You do have to take a state licensing exam for a level 2 security officer. However, the training for that was extremely brief. It was an open book test. The teacher, he was actually giving us the answers as we were going through the books ourselves and trying to hurry up and fill out the answers. This was the night before Astroworld, and it was already approaching 11 p.m. We had been there for 3 or 4 hours. We were tired. We were hungry. After I checked in with CSC and as we walked the perimeter, I just knew that we were definitely understaffed in every sense of the word. There was probably one security guard from what I saw. I would say there was probably one security guard for every 500 to 1,000 people, severely understaffed. So I knew immediately that if 2 people decided to rush the gate, then it was over with. Well, after I initially mentioned my displeasure with working the front gates, the supervisor, he mentioned that there might be another position that I'd be interested in. And then he mentioned that it would still be a security type role, which I really didn't have any real training in. So I just decided it would be best to just leave and to just not work the festival altogether, because I just had the feeling that I would be in unsafe conditions. The day of, I know that there were several other people that said that they wanted to walk out and leave. I didn't stick around and see if they actually left, but I'm sure there are several others that were very unhappy with the entire situation.
Y'all, negligence. That's a good question. My students told me the week it was before it happened, they're like, "Oh, I'm going to the Astroworld Fest." Or was it 2 weeks? The day before they told me. Jesus, be offense. Yeah, okay. This is the last one I'm gonna play. This is from parents, someone's dad. From sorry. Oh, since May of this year.
The images that we've seen from the Astroworld Festival are stunning. People passing through security, knocking down the metal detectors. They're on top of porta potties. They have those barriers meant to control crowds that they're passing over their heads in big hordes of people. Many would say that was a warning sign that things were out of control. But what's even more stunning is that a lot of the same circumstances played out here in NRG Park at another concert less than 2 weeks before.
I've never felt that much in danger at a concert as I did that night.
Chris May and his 16-year-old son traveled from Little Rock,
Thank you,
Arkansas,
Trisha.
to
She
Houston
said May.
for the Playboy Cardi concert on October 23rd. Before they arrived at NRG Arena, May says his son...
Okay, I'm going to say something about this. My students told me 2 weeks ago about the Astroworld Fest. Another student, like he just mentioned, there's a Playboy Cardi concert with similar circumstance. I had a student who went to that one, and he was telling me about that one, and I was just so happy he was safe. So y'all listen to this.
Showed him videos of chaos erupting as people tried to get in. He figured things would have calmed down by the time they got there.
Another mad rush to the gate. We got swept up in it, literally picked up off our feet, pushed forward a good 10 or 15 feet. The crowd then surged backwards. And, you know, I'm sitting there with my arms wrapped around my 16-year-old son.
Video sent to us by viewers is stunningly similar to what we saw at Astroworld. Packed crowds and lawlessness. The difference is, Playboy Carti's concert was canceled because of fan chaos. May went back to his hotel and sent an email to NRG saying in part, "Consider yourself lucky if no one was killed or seriously injured." He says he never got an email back. That email, though, is now eerie in wake of what happened on Friday night.
For people to have lost their lives just trying to have a nice night out is, it's really maddening.
May says his son wanted to attend Astroworld, but he told him they would have to look for other opportunities to see Travis Scott. He did not feel confident that NRG would keep fans safe.
I wouldn't bring him back to Houston and to NRG because I didn't feel that NRG was prepared to handle the crowd.
We did reach out to NRG to find out what specifically caused them to cancel Playboy Carti's show and if they had any thought of canceling Astroworld after seeing the chaos. They told us they could not comment. Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
My student who attended, he said they were waiting in line for a very long time to get in, and then some people started fighting. And like I said, it got out of hand. Like the dad said, he was there with his son, and Playboy Carti basically decided not to perform, and he left town, and then concert was canceled. So, and he said there was people smoking out there too. So. Let me put this one at the chat. It's just, I think I'm gonna just leave it there because, oh Lord, the empath in me is this. Oh Lord. Before I log off, there's another couple of things I'm concerned about because I've seen the other headlines, and I guess maybe, like I said, I'm biased. I'm from Houston. I'm from here. When I see headlines, because different news sources have different headlines. Most people have said tragedy at Astroworld tragedy, tragedy at Travis Scott concert, tragedy in Houston. But then to see headlines that say 8 died in stampede in Houston, and I'm like, stampede? I'm like, isn't a stampede you do with cattle, not with human beings? Then I see others like massacre in Houston. 8 died. And I'm like, massacre? When did it become a massacre? And these are from other YouTubers. Then I saw another one was like, demonic ritual at Astroworld ends in 8 dead. And I'm like, what? And I'm thinking, like, I'm looking at the news, I'm looking at people's videos, and I'm like, I don't see nothing about a stampede. I see a crowd surge, people pushing and shoving, people who got trampled. I don't see nothing about a stampede. I don't see nothing about a massacre, and I don't see nothing about a demonic ritual. And I'm just like, okay, y'all just clickbaiting. Y'all just trying. This is a trending topic. Y'all trying to get everybody to watch your video. And my thing is, even I had some students today, I had to like stop them, and we had to really have a discussion when they were like, "It's demonic, miss." Yeah, I saw the video. It said it was demonic. I said, well, is it really demonic, or was this some negligence? Because when you start to, this is what I told him, when you start to say, hey, this person, listen to their music, it's demonic. Because remember, they said the same thing about rockers in the late 70s, early 80s, and again with gangster rap in the 90s. It's just another trend. Are we going to blame the music for these people's death? Are we going to blame supposed demonic rituals? Oh, Travis Scott is demonic. He's look at what he has on. Look at what his album is called. Look at, and I'm thinking like, why are we not looking at the fact that he told people to come in, to sneak in? Why didn't he look at the crowd and there's people who are falling out? Why didn't he stop? Or tell someone to stop? Why are we blaming on things supernaturally than what it really is? Negligence, poor planning, unorganized. And yes, there were people there doing some stuff they shouldn't have been doing. Pushing and shoving other people. Y'all in the same place. Rushing around barricades. Sticking people in the neck with needles. But massacre? Stampede? Demonic ritual? Come on now. Come on. Monday morning before 8 o'clock, I listened to the news or listened to videos on the way to work, and there were already 5 lawsuits filed against him, against Travis Scott, Drake, Live Nation. Some of the lawsuits were not from the people who, the family of the people who died. Some of them from people who got crushed or ended up in the hospital. So either they got on the phone with somebody who had a lawyer friend, lawyer in the family, or one of these lawyers in this Houston area was like, here's my card. Okay, it's probably going to be more lawsuits. Like I said, 8 people died. So I'm thinking those 8 people died. Then the people who got trampled in there, more lawsuits coming. Someone's going to have to pay. There was a black guy who was a counselor who said, this is some demonic shit and it's a counsel for hell. They may have felt that way after experiencing it. That's true. PTSD, this is how they felt. This is an unreal experience. They had no other way to express it. Like, hey, this is this is how they felt. I just think I'm really sad that these 8 people, and this is their picture again, are no longer here. And that 300 others were injured. And I'm still thinking like, hey, we still in the pandemic. How many people gonna get COVID from this incident? The people who got stuck in the neck with needles, they gotta go get tests now. Like, oh Lord, there's a 9-year-old on life support. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Yeah, I don't know how to. I'm sorry to go out on a sad note like that, but it's just I don't know. We just gotta pray. I hope these people get okay. They need justice. they're gonna need help. Like, I really was like checking on my students the last 2 days. Like, hey, are you okay? I know you here physically. I'm glad you're fine because I was worried about y'all. But how you feeling mentally and emotionally right now? You know? So y'all check on if y'all have friends or family here in the Houston area. They got some young people in their family or went to the Travis Scott concert. Please check on them. See if they physically okay, mentally okay. Just check on somebody because there was a 9-year-old there. The youngest victim who died was 14. The oldest one was 27. 27. One of my students told me, a couple of them told me that they were actually, one said that they were in the middle, not in the front, where most of the pushing and shoving and people, falling out. They were in the middle, and but there were pushing and shoving, and it was packed. Luckily, they were able to get back to their car. It took them 30 minutes to get out of the parking lot and then for them to leave. My other student, her and her sister went, and they were in the front. People were pushing them. They got separated, and they luckily, blessed for them, they had a plan. If they got separated, meet back at the car, and that's what they did, and they were able to get home. So, and they ended up getting put because they were in the front, but they ended up getting pushed, separating, and moved to the back. So. But this is the thing. There are people who bring their kids to the rodeo, to other concerts. I mean, think about it. When I was 9 years old, I was trying to get tickets to go see Michael Jackson and his brothers for the Victory Tour. I was 9. Was I 9? 8 or 9. So if this is your kid's favorite artist and you want to take them, like that one dad, his son was 16, he took him. You don't think, I'm going to go to a concert and not come back, or my kid is going to not come back. People took their kids to the rodeo, to sporting events. I don't think you can say, it was not the right climate for them. It's a concert. Parents' decision. Older brother or sister took them, maybe. Chaperone. So. But, yeah. So, check on your family, check on your friends, check on your people. Make sure they're all right. This is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher, with my review of major Texas events, Texas Tea. Please like, share, subscribe. Please join the channel if you have not. Please hit a sister's Cash App so I can get a new microphone because this one is kaput. I was raised in the sticks, so I really didn't have the luxury. Plus, my grandparents listened to rap and R&B at age 9. See? Now, I will say this. My family did not like me liking Michael Jackson because they were like church people. But I had cousins who listened to secular music, but then my mom, my aunt and uncle, well, my mom, she was mostly into the church. My other great aunts in the church. My other aunt and uncle, they like to listen to blues music. So I was also, I got gospel, I got blues, and I got R&B. But yeah, some families are very, very strict. Yeah. So, but yeah. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all so much for spending this time with me. Thank you, YM, Ivy Comer Freeland, Trisha Chanel, Kelly G, Keisha Frazier. Who else is in the chat? Speaking to Roxanne, I Steven, Photon DNA, LH2K Presents. You need to check his channel out. And I think I saw Mrs. VSNC09, Vesper Martini, Vici, thank you for coming. J.C, thank you for coming. Tell E I said hello. Speaking to Roxanne, Crystal, Nappy Yankee, that sexy toy lady. I need a kid with you so you can come so we can do a ladies' night, but it'll probably be a ladies' night after dark. Sometimes I get carried away. Thanks for being here. Nika B's TV. Y'all need to check out Nika B's TV as well. Sharon Bell, thank you for being here. Sparkle, thank you for Next Knowledge TV, Very Perspectives. Black Enigma, thank you for being here. Sandy Girl, thank you so much for being here. And who else? Oh, A Lady 747, who was the first one. Oh, the beautiful Bernice. Thank you so much for being here. And Sparkle. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being great supporters. Thank you for being great chatters. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you. Okay. Love y'all. This is your very favorite history teacher. Let me see your transcript. You all have a very good night. I'm going to go lay down.